Hello everybody, good morning. My name is Vladimír Šulc and I'm CEO of company IQRF Tech, owner of IP related to IQRF technology. My today's presentation is named Towards IQRF Open Standard. So what does it mean? It means the biggest change we are making after 15 years when we started to develop IQRF technology. I will start with such a nice picture. On that picture you will see very nice diversity of flowers, trees, herbs, and it exactly demonstrates the situation in the wireless market. Therefore, it's exactly the same with wireless technologies. In the market there is, the name of the picture was jungle forest. And it's exactly the same in wireless technologies. There is a lot of different technologies. Besides technologies, you may know from the left side up to right side, you will see there is a lot of technology. So why another one? The reason is very simple. Each technology provides different application fit. Some technologies perfectly fits for data streaming, other technologies for control, other technologies for automation, telemetry, and so on. The reason for fragmentation of the market is very simple. Each technology provides different specifics, different parameters, and when we start from the begin, from the physical layer, we can talk about link. Is link bidirectional or just unidirectional? What is the range of communication? What will be the speed? What will be energy consumption, and so on and so on. So, for example, when we are talking about speed, we can talk about 5G. You can see exactly this rabbit. We can talk for 5 gigabits per second. On second part, it's Sigfox with just 2 user bytes per second. So it's really high diversity. Great, I can see it right now. Thank you. Also, it's about energy. It's about topology. Most of technologies on the right side, when we are naming them as wide area networks, are using usually star topologies. Some other technologies use wireless mesh networks. Of course, something what is very important is how expensive is the technology for connectivity, for modules, and so on. So it's about fees. When we are talking about IQRF, we are always saying that we are bidirectional technology. We do support mesh topology. There are no fees. True speed is around 10 kilobits per second. And I believe that the reason why another technology is great application fit, which was proven during last 15 years. So you can see it fits from smallest applications ranging from few meters up to 10 plus kilometers. And all is proven already in the real applications. As I already mentioned, IQRFs do support mesh technology. And like any other wireless mesh technology, it extends the range. It means that it enables by routing hops to go from one point to another point through other points. Besides that, we added something totally different because we solved a very difficult problem from theory of graphs, and we added just to standard extending of the range, robustness and industrial reliability. The reason for that is very simple because we added new mechanism of routing, which is named oriented flooding, and it not enables but assures high industrial reliability, predictability, and it's fully deterministic. This is extremely important for control and automation application because you cannot make such control application or automation without predictability. It works in a totally different principle. Second feature we added to standard wireless mesh networks is something what we named fast response commands. It enables two different applications. First, for telemetry, it enables fast data aggregation, and for control application, it enables bulk confirmation for control commands, for broadcasting. And exactly here, it linearizes response of the network from exponential dependency on number of devices to standard linearized dependency. Just for your information, if you are doing in standard way by polling, it can take, for example, half an hour. Using FRC, it takes just half of a minute. Because we added so many nice features, there is a very huge IP we created during the last 15 years. So maybe you can ask us, open standard, why? The reason is very simple. It's because of interoperability, community, and freedom. When we are talking about interoperability, this is something what I named hard interoperability. Hard interoperability means it won't be just interoperable between one IQRF transceiver and second IQRF transceiver. It should be interoperable between different portation of IQRF technologies in the future, not only on our transceivers, because in the future we won't be just the only one manufacturer of IQRF transceivers, but on any transceiver based on any microcontroller, any radio. Community, it's because we believe in community power, because no economic entity can compete with the community. And of course, it's about freedom, because customers should be able to have to port technology to any microcontroller, any radio, any cloud. And last but not least, it's not mentioned here, it's confidentiality and trust. Because I believe no customer in important applications, for example, for railways, don't like to buy black boxes. And therefore we thought, okay, we should open everything. We are proud of what we created, and we are not stressed to open it. So that's the reason. Targeting applications. You can see 4 lines we will focus on. First, it will be Industry 4.0, smart building, smart city, and telemetry. When we start from smart building, in smart building, there is usually already a lot of applications. There are applications from lighting, emergency lighting, automation, information, security, and safety. The reason for smart buildings and perfect fit of IQRF for these applications is interoperability, because IQRF technology is low power. Of course, it's reliability, because if you make any automation system, it should be reliable. And of course, no connectivity fees. When we are talking about smart city applications, there is already a lot of applications, especially in parking and lighting. When I'm talking about lighting, I've probably haven't met better technology, better fitting lighting applications for street lighting than IQRF. But it's also traffic monitoring, information system, and so on. The reason why our customers are choosing it, it's reliability, it's low power, and of course low maintenance costs without additional connectivity fees. When I'm talking about Industry 4.0, we will focus on customized application. Here you can see customized application we created together with company Deprac. And for Industry 4.0, what is extremely important, it is proven during the last 15 years. But it will bring also rapid development and reliability. When we are talking about telemetry, usually it's a domain of other technologies, for one technologies. So we can talk about cellulars, LoRaWAN, narrowband IoT in the future. But because we provide exactly those applications, two very important specific things, it's aggregation and penetration. Therefore, it's perfectly complementary also and very good for telemetry. So what should we do? When we are preparing open standard, it means we will focus especially on the core. So all internal documentation we created during last 15 years should go public. Just for your information, when I start from the bottom up to the top, so we should document frequencies, timing, speed, modulation. When we are talking about IQ Mesh protocol, again, it should be timing, addressing, routing. DPA protocol is already almost public. There are some secret parts, so we should avoid all undocumented parts. The same is related to the security. When I'm talking about security, it's especially about making it realizable even on the smallest microcontrollers. So at the moment it was easy because we deployed some hardware AES engine, but in the future it should be able to put it anywhere. When we are talking about interoperability, we will split devices into few categories. So a little bit more specific information. We should make in the protocol a lot of measurements. In the security, it should be simplification and putting away some additional layers we added to make IQRF more secure. But we should publish everything because you, as a customers, not anymore will buy black box, but you should know what you will make, what you will realize. Step by step, we will go through 3 generations of chips we will supply. So what does it mean, what we will realize? Let's take a look to the roadmap we prepared. We will migrate from transceiver module manufacturer through chip supplier up to the open standard. The process will take 3 years. It should be finalized in 2022. The first, what we are preparing right now, of course, simultaneously with other things, it's security and defining core functionality. It should be finalized in this September. In November, we expect to release a new generation of transceiver modules. It will be 7G modules. 1 month later on, we will release G chips, the first generation. Next year, we would like to release 8G modules and 9A modules, which will be already fitting 2.4 gigahertz band, which will be spread over the whole world, and it's related exactly for splitting categories of devices. So, and finally, 2021 we should define front, which means it's policy we will provide to everybody, because there are some patents, and if you like to standardize anything, you should provide fair, reasonable and non-discriminatory policy. It means, where are we going to, is to provide anybody to define, to be able to use technology under very fair conditions. Those fair conditions at the moment, probably the winner model we are simulating will be that customers will pay no integration margin, just 2 US cents per one device, which is extremely low. Because if you, for example, I can see here TME, so supplier of components, and they can confirm that when we are talking about microcontroller, 2 US cents is nothing. Everybody can absorb that. So it's exactly what I wanted to tell you. We are completely changing. Where are we going to? We are going to the open standard, to be standardized, and to provide you more confidence, more trust to IQRF technology, because we are proud to everything what we created during the last 15 years. Thank you for your attention.